3 signs you may have lost trust or may be struggling to engage parents in your school community. The first sign is that you're constantly putting out fires and dealing with difficult parents. The second sign is that your teachers are totally dreading meeting with parents and are feeling anxious about it. The third sign is that your students are either not showing up at school or their behaviours have shifted, causing stress for staff and other students. What would it look like and feel like if you had more positive relationships with parents? What if you had more time to focus on what your role is rather than having to constantly put out those fires? And what if your teachers were equipped with the skills, knowledge and tools to be able to build authentic, trusted relationships with parents? I want you to picture this for just a moment. How would you see your students and teachers begin to thrive? There are 3 simple steps you can take to develop the capacity of your teachers and parents to walk alongside in partnership to support student learning and development. It does take commitment and a strategic approach, as well as shifts in mindsets when it comes to the parent-teacher relationship. That's why I've created a free masterclass to share these 3 important strategies to begin the process to support you in achieving your goals for your students and school community. For those of you who are not familiar with me, I'm Rachel Stewart, founder and director of Practically Learning. I specialise in creating connections between parents and teachers to support student learning and development. Over the past 14 years, I've been working and learning from education leaders and teachers, as well as parents, students and other professionals in the field of parent engagement to design an evidence-based strategy to support you to develop the capacity of your teachers and parents to work together in partnership. During this time, I've learned that even though there is 5 decades of research backing the results achieved when parents and teachers work together, the fact is there's still resistance in developing this most important relationship. Therefore, I've created 3 critical areas that need to be focused on to achieve the results you seek for school improvement, but most importantly for your students' success. I'm passionate about supporting children because as a child myself, I was often left to my own devices to navigate school and life. I had multiple experiences of loss and trauma in my family, was bullied at school and had a near-death experience at the end of my schooling from working myself to the bone to try and prove myself in my education. The turning point for me was when my own children began school, and it took me back to those experiences I had where there was little or no support for children who were dealing with so many things at home that impact their learning at school. I decided to take action, and over the past decade or so, I've educated myself about human behaviour. I've learned from leading trainers in human behaviour, as well as coaching and consulting on parent engagement strategy for schools, speaking at conferences and developing strategy at a state and national level, while also liaising with leading educational authorities and government to bring about positive change in education. If you have a desire to avoid the cost of increased teacher shortages, teachers leaving the profession, children's behavioural issues and anxiety challenges, aggressive parents and a fear of parents in general amongst your staff, instead, you can have a culture in your school that you crave. Healthy, resilient, confident teachers, well-behaved, engaged students, parents who are supportive of teachers and their children's learning, and time to focus on your most important role as a leader rather than constantly putting out fires. There's no other training like this available, as parent engagement has been overlooked for so long as a strategy to improve student learning and development. It can no longer be ignored as we face teacher and leadership shortages, teachers leaving the profession due to burnout and stress, children being absent from school and learning declining instead of improving. That's why I invite you to join me for this free 60-minute masterclass where you'll learn about my 3-step formula for your staff to build quality, professional, purposeful and successful relationships with not only parents but also their students. We'll explore each of the 3 steps and how to make a difference in the lives of your teachers, students and families in how you approach relationships, engagement and partnerships to support student learning.